Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Soul Talk with Nono. I know it's been a long time. I've missed everybody. I've been missing in the month of February, which was the love month, and I had promised some gifts. I had promised stuff, but life happened, as it would. I think that's what we spoke about in January, that life will happen, and sometimes you can't really kick yourself down more than the way life will be kicking you down. Do you know what I mean? So I wasn't necessarily being kicked down. I just got so busy, not too busy for the when you can't synchronize the times and put things together. And I have no business being here even on this filming right now. I have every business being in bed resting. That's how busy I've been. But I just thought, you know what, let me do this. Instead of a live, I'm gonna do a filming and I'll edit it and send it over to you guys. So how's been your February? How was Valentine? That's how behind I am. I'm in March, the first week of March, and I'm asking about Valentine. How was it? I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Mine was great. I actually liked it. But I'll post all about that later. I'm supposed to do I Wanna Budwa Shoot 2, episode 2, but again, I have not had that chance, but I will catch up and we're gonna have a lot of fun laughing about it. But what I'm trying to do is just to keep on top of the content so that there is some type of consistency. I think that's what everybody wants nowadays, to make sure you are able to follow through on what I'm on about, and so that you're not lost. Okay, so the last time that I said I was going to do a live, I was going to speak about mental health. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, there's been a lot of mental health issues as expected due to the pandemic that we are slowly coming out of now, or already out. Have you heard of Corona lately? I haven't heard anything about Corona lately. But anyway, we're out of that now. We're in totally something new. But there are lasting effects after the pandemic, which has lasted nearly 3 years. And people are going through the most. But we have another silent pandemic, which is online bullying. And people saying whatever they want to people simply because they think being behind the keyboard is, create some sort of immunity for them to kind of attack people that they don't have a first clue about. I like what one of the singers from South Africa said. Her name is Makadzi. She said, well, it doesn't stop, people, especially the famous ones, it doesn't stop them being human, when they put themselves out there. It doesn't mean they're not human. They are, and they have those feelings, and they've got things that they've gone through. They have had a hard life. They just experience things even at a bigger level because they're in the public eye. That's the way you have to actually understand it. I know that not all bullies are going to watch this, and even if they do, some of them don't even know they're being a bully. Just try to be kind when you comment on people's lives or people's content. Just try and be kind. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, because you don't know what that person is going through. So like I said, for those of you that don't know, we've got a singer from South Africa called Riky Rick. He killed himself. It's something that seems almost premeditated. It looks like he was going through mental challenges, but God knows what else did he see online that it even pushed him more onto the edge. Did we even notice that he was struggling? Everybody was going on with their daily lives and nobody knew, and they just either supported him or slandered him. And shortly after that, I think there's another one that's just recently done the same. In our country, which is Zimbabwe, I'm from Zimbabwe, we've got other socialites that are constantly on the battering each other. If it's not on the keyboard, it's on lives. I don't know, guys. I really actually don't know if people realize just how terrible mental health can be. You know, it is a very dark place when you get into a place where you can't control what you're going to think next, or even if you're controlling it, it's heavy to carry. And no matter how much the sun shines, you know, it's not shining bright enough to take you out of that place. You know, it takes time to heal. You know, I think doctors say a thing that takes long to heal in your body is the bone, you know. So that's why you see that they put the plaster and all that stuff. But I believe that it's the mind. I believe that the mind takes so much to heal. So people need to, you know, understand this. As long as you know you feel pain, if somebody says something to you about something, please don't say it to another person just because you're on the other side of the keyboard. Don't do it, you know. I also mentioned on one of my posts that we were going to touch on men's depression, simply because Ricky Rick is obviously a man, and most men, from my experience of what I've seen with men, is they're more silent. And not that they're resilient, they're not. They're just more silent with their pain, and they exhibit very different symptoms of depression. Some will just go into a shell, and yeah, just they'll be very, very withdrawn, you know, just as everybody would be, I suppose, even a female. But for a male, I think you can tell that this is he would be going through something. Some become violent, some take up drinking, you know, and some, you know, they just they begin to do strange things that they wouldn't normally do, you know, look for addictions that are not really common, or if they are common, they are not acceptable, you know. So I'm hoping that I was in touch with somebody that I was supposed to speak to about this, so that they can also, as a man, they can also talk to us about what goes through a man's mind when they're going through depression to the point of actually wanting to take their own life. You know, we really need, you know, we really need to come together as a society, as humans, and tackle this online bullying, because true to speak, in the next 20 years, most jobs are going to be online jobs. Most jobs are going to be online jobs, and we want to be able to work online safely. Okay, so moving on swiftly, one of the things that I touched on was women, depression in women through menopause, just generally as women, being mothers, you know, just being who we are, you know. How does it affect us? All of those things we're gonna, especially in the month of March, we're gonna look at this, because the month of March is Women's Month. Hello. We're going to do a lot more things. I'm learning about myself, so I'm gonna stop making a lot of promises. I'm just gonna do surprise videos and not say, okay, this month this is what we're gonna do, until I'm sorted. You know what I mean? Yeah, being a mother of 4 is taxing sometimes, guys. You have to make sure your things are in order, so that you know, your children are not lacking behind, or you yourself are found lacking behind. But I'll tell you, I definitely missed being on my page, and I just wanted to make sure I get some content out to you, especially for today. But I'm hoping to get back to you within the next 2-3 days with a proper live, with an actual live, and then with another record.